Welcome to the Bahamas, one of the most beautiful places in the entire world.
Yeah, for the next few days, we're going to be spearfishing for our food, hoping to cook these catches up on the beach. We're going to be seeing a whole heap of new species we haven't seen before. There's literally hundreds of islands and reefs for us to explore. This is going to be awesome, man.
We've got a couple of cool new mates on board that we've been looking forward to having an experience like this for a really long time. This is going to be a special one.
Let's get into it, mate.
Right, we've left American waters. It's taken about 4 or 5 hours, but now we're actually in the Bahamas. It's pretty cool to come here by boat instead of fly in. We're with Ryan Myers and Nick Bailey, two incredible spear fishermen. We've been following Ryan Myers for probably 10 years now, so it's super exciting to all meet up with these guys here in the Bahamas.
We're really keen to see him in the water today. He's sort of recognized, or he is actually, one of the best deep water spear fishermen in the world. And actually both these boys, Ryan and Nick, once we leave, they're sort of gearing up for the national spearfishing titles here in the US. So it's really cool to be diving with some guys that are really, at the top of the game.
We've made it. Oh, wow, this is good.
After quickly checking into the country and being pretty excited about the turquoise, clear waters, we're pretty keen to jump straight in and go spearfishing.
Only allowed to use pole spears, which I've never used, not one time. I've thrown a few hand spears in my life, but never pole spears. So, Nick, mate, skipper, might have to get you to talk me through it here. How do I set this up? What's the situation?
So this thing is gonna end up being 9 feet long. Bro, you are ready to shoot a big old fish.
Ready to catch dinner?
All right, let's go.
Ryan, mate, I've never been here before, and one of the things I love about spearfishing is going to different places and seeing fish for the first time. I don't really know what I'm in for. What's the target species, mate?
Well, what you're gonna find really interesting is that like your barrier reef and our like tropical reef here has like the same fish, but like different.
Slightly different colors,
Your
slightly different
coral
shape.
trouts are our groupers.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
black groupers are gonna be kind of like a huge target for us.
Yep.
Big black groupers. We got a couple different species of grouper that are around that we're gonna be targeting.
Yep.
A bunch of snapper species too.
Yeah, and I've heard about these ones, the hog
Yeah,
fish.
yeah. They are not smart. So if you see one, you can pretty much kill it.
Maybe start with one of those.
Yeah.
Man, I'm pumped to get in the water. I'm so happy to be here. Let's do it. This is very exciting. This is my first time diving with a pole spear, and it definitely in the water felt very awkward. Loading the gun mid-dive took a lot of getting used to feel comfortable, but finally I took my first shot.
With similar results on his second and then third dive, Az is quickly realizing that this isn't going to be as easy as he'd first hoped. He then sets his sights on a hogfish. One of those ones Ryan was talking about being really easy shot. Meanwhile, I'm also trying out a new weapon. This is a Hawaiian sling, and with so many fish around, I couldn't possibly miss. Yep. Turns out this is a hell of a lot harder than those other blokes on YouTube make it look, and we're in for a long couple of days if we can't get our eye in pretty soon. We then spot a larger shadow that's lurking out the front of a bit of a cave. It's my turn to make a dive. I do my best to sort of sneak up on him before he spooks back under his cave. I line him up and take my shot.
Oh, what an impressive fish! Beautiful fish.
Dude, that is a giant, bro!
Oh, look at the colours on it.
Wow! First fish in the Bahamas. This is a Nassau groper. It's quite challenging hunting with a pole spear, but a lot of fun. You guys are beautiful eating, apparently.
Good shot, man.
Thanks, mate. That was awesome. Let's get back in there.
It's probably a good time to mention that Nick has been coming here his whole life. So he's got a heap of family friends that live on the islands here, and everybody loves fish. So we've been given some pretty strict instructions to spear some decent fish to bring back and share with everyone. Az has spotted a dog snapper. These guys look really similar to the mighty Cubera snapper, which we're hoping to spot later. or even our mangrove jack, but they're distinguishable by that white teardrop on their cheek. Az is starting to get his eye in and makes another dive after spotting something underneath the ledge down there.
Woo! Beautiful fish, man.
First Nassau grouper. Bahamas special. Got similar behaviour to our gold spot cod or coral trout back on the Great Barrier Reef, which is me alluding to that they're not that clever. They're just sort of very inquisitive, very curious, and they'll stare at you, so quite easy to get a good shot on them. So yeah, nice dive, good fish. Yeah, mate.
So there's a little bit of a channel through here. It creates a bit of a cut through this rocks, and that's where we're going to jump in. The boys reckon there's a good chance for a few fish there, so let's jump in and see what there is.
Az spots the very unique outline of the hogfish. Making sure not to miss this time, he gets super close. But unfortunately the hogfish rips off. This is devastating. As we're looking for him, Az spots a beautiful mutton snapper. They love any commotion, and Az catches him off guard and manages to get a really nice shot.
Dude, that's one of the hardest to shoot. Nice, man. You crushed it.
So I just found Az's hogfish upside down inside of this hole with a big Nassau grouper right in front of it. I think one of you guys goes and spears that big grouper, and then we grab that hog from right behind him. That worked out well.
It's the first one I've ever seen. Look at the colours on their head.
That will be one of the most delicious fish you've ever eaten.
Oh mate, I'm looking forward to it.
Heck yeah, nice fish. And your first button, man, that's epic.
Nice dive.
Sweet.
That was quite the series of events, hey?
Last 2 dives, 3 new species for me, mate, so can't wipe the smile off my face. I'm the happiest man in the Bahamas. Cheers, guys.
That was awesome though. So the hogfish ripped off, went underneath the cave, and then like the commotion of that brought the mutton in. So Aaron's like, oh, all right, the mutton, let's get an upgrade. Got the mutton. Then we swam down hoping to retrieve the hog, but there was a big Nassau groper like sitting on top of it, sort of guarding it in the cave. So we had to take him out, got him out, and then ended up with 3 fish. There was a bit going on.
There was a bit going on. I couldn't really explain it that well, so thank you. Yeah,
Well, there was a bit more going on, because while I was up here, we had an explosion on the power steering pump.
Oh jeez.
Oh no.
So we got we're pretty sure we got no power steering.
Oh no.
We went from very happy to not so happy, guys.
Well, look, at least
We finished on a high
some
note.
steering. It's just not, it's underpowered steering.
Hey, we got 2 engines for a reason, right?
Yeah. Oh, we got enough fish and a few cold beers still, I think, in the back hatch.
We definitely have enough beers to break down. That's for damn sure. We're gonna check on this and get back to you.
Keeping close eyes on the guys in front of me. They've just jumped in and they're diving in 25 meters of water. There's quite a few different caves and undercut ledges. They're all going drop for drop. There's talk of black grouper, Cubera snapper, which are very much high on our list to try and target, similar to our mangrove jack back in Australia, and a few other different sought after species here in the Bahamas. So let's see how they go.
On my first dive down, as I start to make out the bottom, I level out and there's big shadows everywhere. No way. These are giant Cubera snapper. These are literally the fish of our dreams that we have wanted to target and spear for numbers of years. And this is my first time seeing them. The boys had told me that you're really no chance at shooting one in the open, so I decided to hit the bottom. But I can't believe what happens next. A big one comes straight in. I get far too excited, spook the fish, and take a shot. A pretty horrible shot. I can't believe I've just missed my chance, and now I'm watching these fish of my dreams swim around me. Here it is from another angle. And to be honest, at this point, I was just not ready for a big Cubera. I'm still trying to work out how to aim this pole spear, and I just didn't expect to be put in this position at this time. I just wasn't ready, and I think I've just missed my chance at that fish of my dreams. Ryan makes a dive, and after lying on the bottom for seemingly an eternity, the school comes right towards him. But listen to this. That is the boat motor being put in gear right at the worst possible time, and it spooks the entire school. You can see now they're on edge. You can also hear Ryan's watch going crazy, telling him he needs to come up and get some air. But he's determined to hang around down there and hope to get a shot. To be honest, just seeing fish like this absolutely blew me away. This was amazing, but the fish really did start to wise up to us, and they started to keep their distance. For the next 2 hours, we dove this spot, patiently waited on the bottom, hoping that school would come back. But every now and then, a smaller one might come in curiously. But those bigger ones and that big school, they'd moved elsewhere. It still made for some pretty amazing diving though. There was so much life on the bottom. Curious sharks cruising around and giant groupers. This spot between the Cubera snapper and the grouper here, this was just absolutely amazing. The fish life was just incredible, and sometimes we're almost spoilt for choice. This is Ryan lying on the bottom, aiming up at a beautiful black grouper, when a couple of Cubera snapper come in. Unsure which one to take, they both spook, and then a shark comes in behind Ryan and really ruins his chance on this dive. We eventually found him, and that school of Cubera snapper had moved off to a deeper area. There's kind of like a crack in the reef or a bit of a valley, and that school of Cubera seemed to be sitting in there. This is Nick's head mount. He made a dive, and you can see a couple of those smaller to medium-sized Cubera come in curiously, but the big ones and the school, they're sitting off a bit deeper. And there's some of those bigger ones that we're hoping for, sitting in that crack, but staying just out of range.
This is the one, bro, right here. There's a few sharks, but you're gonna get a shot at a huge Cubera.
So Nick's told me what he's just seen, and I land just on the side of that reef crack. And sure enough, the big Cubera are sitting in there. This is the closest I've been to him for a couple of hours. And I reckon it's my best chance to take a shot. I've hit the backbone of the fish, which has injured it, but it's prevented the spear from going all the way through.
I've stoned it.
Nick and Az both dive searching for the fish, and they spot it right down the bottom with a shark circling around it. Nick takes the shot. This is an example why buddy diving is so crucial, especially in this deeper stuff. The boys are able to keep an eye on each other and make sure that everyone gets to the surface safely.
So happy for you, bro. Teamwork. Oh man, that was hectic.
That's a cabera right there.
Oh man, that's the fish we came here for. Cabera snapper. Wow. Teamwork makes the dream work, boys. Thank you.
It's the coolest thing ever.
Thank you very much.
What do you got here, mate? A fair bit's gone into this fish.
So this is a Cubera snapper, and this is like our mangrove jack, but on steroids. I mean, look at the size of this thing. When we're lining this trip up, we told the guys, oh, we'd like to get a Cubera, and they were like, yeah, right, you know, good luck. It's they're pretty hard to come across where we are. We just kind of got lucky today. We found a fair few of them, and there's a fair bit of teamwork went into this one. I got like a lucky shot on it, and it was injured down on the bottom. Kind of spined it, so it was just there kicking around. There was a few sharks closing in on it. I was like, boys, dive, dive, dive. And then two other boys dove down and managed to secure the shot and bring it up. So yeah, teamwork makes the dream work. That's what it's all about. Can't believe we got one, bro. It's awesome, eh?
Well done, mate. It's a beautiful fish.
Now this spot is absolutely firing, so we get straight back in there and the focus shifts to some of the grouper species here. I get a shot of one down deep, and thankfully Nick is right behind me here, because the last thing you want to be doing is wrestling with a float line down deep.
Bro, what a sick fish, man. Thanks, man. Dude, oh my god.
While Nick and I are carrying on and trying to dispatch this fish on the surface, Ryan makes another dive. Shoots a beautiful Cubera snapper. But out of nowhere, the sharks that have been so chilled all day come flying in and take Ryan's fish and then come up at us.
Oh my fuck! I just stabbed a shark in the gills with this. Yeah, I'm good. Oh my god, dude. I would have been bit, bro.
Bro, that's all you had was the knife. And dude, what are you doing? Do you see the blood trail? So we'll get this out of the boat, bro. It's pretty hot.
In a second, it went from like a casual shark swimming to like right here, and it just goes whap, and then the shark took off, and that was, whew. Yeah.
Everyone's safe. We got a great fish. Well done, Street. Good teamwork.
Well done, boys. Pleasure diving with you. Thanks for having my back.
Yeah,
It was
bro.
pretty hot for a minute there. Cheers, bro.
Cheers for dinner.
No worries. This is a yellowfin groper, and the boys are pretty excited about it, so that makes me excited. The first one I've ever shot, and pretty happy to get lucky with this one.
Fish has always been a pretty good currency for us, and Nick, since he was a young fella, has been coming here on the island with his family, and he's got a lot of friends here, and it always goes a long way to be able to share the fish that you catch around the island with the locals. You never know when you might need a favour.
Bro, beautiful one.
Is that a good size cubera?
Huge size.
Ethan, good to meet you, bro.
Nice to meet you.
Enjoy, man.
Yeah, do you have a socket set? You can use a bigger socket set, a larger size. Okay, cool. We just need a big one.
All right, Ryan, what's the current situation with the issue here?
It wouldn't be boating if something didn't break. So luckily, Papa Matt had another one. I was like, hey, you don't happen to have a very random, odd, like, hydraulic steering seal, do you? And he was like, yeah, look in the spare parts bin. And I was like, here you go. So now it's really just a matter of popping off this seal, getting this one on. Of course, there's a couple hoops we got to go through to get that.
What, we need a bigger socket?
We're gonna need a bigger socket over here.
And that's a matter of a bit of a barter trade. See if we can.
Nick is gonna trade a Nassau grouper for a socket. You watch.
That groper might have paid itself off, mate.
Right now, we're getting paid back pretty big time.
Oh, mate, we got the tools we didn't have. Basically, what happened was there was a seal on the hydraulic steering that, at a certain point of turning the wheel, was just firing out oil, which obviously 100 or so miles from home is not ideal. But the culture here is that, you know, you're always going out, getting a feed of fish, coming back and sharing it with everyone here on the island. So that is very much the case today. We fortunately got quite a few fish to spare. That's going to get shared in exchange for the right sockets that we need to get the job done.
Join us in the next episode where we dive deeper into the Bahamian depths in search of some underwater giants.
Bro, that might be a world record. That's the biggest one I've ever seen.
Plus, one of the best spearfishermen in the world shares his secret hobby. Can he get lucky on this deserted island? And we compare 3 traditional recipes for one hell of a cook-up.
That's really good.
Yeah.